Every single day, reality calls, and the Biden administration just hangs up.
How's everybody doing? My name is Anthony Brian Logan, and today we got to talk about the Biden administration handing out $30 billion with a B dollars in a harm reduction grant to hand out free crack pipes. That's right. I'm not making it up. I'm not lying. Hand to God, free crack pipes. Now, when I first saw this, I may have been like some of you guys out there. That's not true. That ain't legit. You know, I've been seeing it floating around. I'm like, man, that's a meme. That ain't really nothing real. But then I kept seeing it, and I kept seeing it, and I saw it over and over again. And then there was some guys that I respect. They posted it. I'm like, wait a minute, this is real? So I did my due diligence. I fact-checked it, and this is 100% legitimate. $30 billion for free crack pipes. Now, what's the logic behind it? Well, I know it's kind of hard to see the logic, but here's the whole thing. Hear me out. If you smoke your meth rather than shooting it up, maybe you won't catch HIV. All right, so that's the whole thing, because you could put meth and crack, of course, in a crack pipe and smoke it that way rather than using a needle. That's the whole thing. You know, they've tried this, I think, in Seattle and probably Portland as far as a clean needle exchange, and then people still want to share needles because they're dope fiends, and dope fiends do dumb things, of course. So now they want to say, okay, since that might not work all the way, let's go ahead and try the glass pipe, because you're not really going to be able to transmit any viruses like that. Well, not HIV. You might be able to transmit other viruses, but not the big one that might put you in the dirt. You understand? So that's the whole purpose, is to reduce HIV and stuff like that from using the glass pipes rather than banging the needles. Now, I have so much to say. I don't even know where to start. First things first. If someone can afford crack, surely they can afford a crack pipe. Why must there be $30 billion given in the grant to go out there and get a free crack pipe? I mean, really, you're talking about a little piece of glass. It's not really complex. We ain't talking about no complex machinery like a car or a forklift. It's a little piece of glass. It's not that difficult. The size of a pin, maybe not even that much. How do I know? I just been around the block. That's all. I've never been a dope fiend like Hunter Biden. I know he knows. That's probably where they got the idea from. Hey, your son was on videotape smoking crack, and he's not caught the bug. So let's ask him what to do. Okay, free crack pipes, that'll work. You might as well put him in administration. Let him be the czar of the crack pipe czar. You be the guy just sprinkling crack pipes from Air Force One. How about that? And here's the next thing. In the grant, there's language that says priority will be given to people, because you got to apply for it, right? It's going to be a fund of $30 billion, and you have to apply in your local area, like if you're a community activist or whatever it is. I'm not sure how they're going to dole out the money. But anyway, you got to apply to get this money. Now, preference will be given to applicants who are from where? You want to guess? Underprivileged communities. What does that mean? Black folks. So, hey, black folks, reparations, nah, I can't do that. Low taxes, nah, I can't do that. Student loan, canceling debt, nah, I can't do that. Well, what can we get? A free crack pipe, how about that? Take that. Go get high, smoke your crack in your ghetto, and enjoy that high crime, enjoy that inflation, enjoy dilapidated communities, enjoy all that good stuff with this free crack pipe. Hey, crack pipe on me. Now, the crack, I can't do nothing for you. Get that from the guy on the street. You may lose your life getting the drugs from the guy on the street. You may lose your life from being high on drugs and being a dope fiend out there strung out. But hey, it's all good, because you may not catch the virus. Now, if you're out there doing certain things to get the money, you may get the virus that way, because you can catch the virus in more than one way. They don't want to talk about that part. They think that people catching HIV strictly from sharing needles. Well, you could catch it in more than one way. Okay. People say that we should legalize drugs. I'm like, why? For what reason? I've lived in the drug infested area. I've lived in the house with a dope fiend in it. Like I've seen somebody smoke crack in front of me. I've been in the crack smoke filled room, not because I wanted to be there. I didn't say, hey, you know what I want to do right now? I want to be a little kid and go to a crack smoke room. No, I didn't want to do that. I just happened to be there because this is just my environment. But anyway, different story, long story. But the point is, I've been around that, and I know that it's not good to have anywhere close to you. So you guys want to legalize drugs. Do you want to be around that? Do you want to have your little kids around crack smoke? I mean, I'm seeing the weed stuff get out of control. I'm smelling weed on the interstate. I'm smelling weed in the restaurant. One thing I don't want, the worst thing in the world is to be in the restaurant, eating my dinner, chilling, hanging out, doing whatever, having a little date night. And then all of a sudden, here comes a bunch of guys or girls smelling like weed. That weed smoke cloud is super offensive. It's worse than cigarettes were back in the day. You know, it's because it stays on your clothes and don't go nowhere. It's a whole big mess. Okay. And what I definitely don't want is a person coming into a restaurant smoking crack from one of the Hunter pipes, biting pipes. Okay. I definitely don't want that to be going on. But here we are, $30 billion for this. They call it harm reduction. It's a harm reduction grant. Now, the money we're spending is getting kind of ridiculous, right? The whole virus thing, that was bad enough. When the money was first spent, I kind of understood. We didn't know what was going on. It's like, okay, we're trying to figure it out. But after a very short period of time, we understood what was happening. We knew what was happening. The continued money spending was not necessary, not at all. And they're still trying to have lockdowns and work from home and stuff right now in 2022. It's like, it's over with. Let's move forward. Okay. We spent too much money right there, and we're spending too much money right there as it exists. Like, that whole program should be just wiped away. Trillions in debt for no real reason, no real net gain come of it. But now we're going to spend billions on drug paraphernalia, crack pipes specifically, not syringes, because the whole point is they don't want you to be banging your needles. And anybody could have seen that. Because like I was saying earlier, they had the whole free needle program too in certain cities. Obviously, these dope things are not going to be right. They're not going to use your clean needles and go to your injection site and just, shoot their drugs calm and nice. A lot of these people are crazy. Okay. They probably were driven crazy by their drugs or something else going on. Okay. Regardless of what's happening, these people are not in their right state of mind. So they're not going to behave in a rational and normal way. That's the underlying part of it. And then they're being hooked on this Chinese fentanyl coming from the border. You want to try to get them on free crack pipes with the border wide open. How does that make sense? I mean, it's like the free crack pipes, in my humble opinion, is like you have a sink full of overflowing water. You take a cup out of the water and pour it back in. It's like, okay, you didn't actually do anything. You took some of the water out, but you put it right. The water is still flowing. The water is still flowing. The problem is not going to actually change at all. You're going to have probably more and more drug addicts, more and more overdoses. They said fentanyl is the number one cause of death for adults aged 18 to 49 in 2021. Number one cause of death. Okay, that's a serious problem. So I don't think the drug paraphernalia is the actual issue here. Because let's say you got somebody that is, for example, going back to the whole heroin thing. I'm not sure if you could smoke heroin. Maybe you can. But again, I'm no dope fiend, so I don't know. And I'm not necessarily some omnipotent big brain guy, but I digress. The whole point is that even if you could smoke fentanyl rather than shoot it, you still have the problem of overdoses, which is the number one cause of death. Maybe they might skip past HIV, but does it really matter when they hit fentanyl for the second time in their life and die right there? Does it even matter? You're not tackling the actual problem. This is stupid. So as I close, I'm going to say this. Shout out to the Biden administration. Just like my man John F. Kennedy said, reality is calling every day. They blowing the phone up. And the Biden administration, they're banging a line. They're hanging up. They're saying, nope, don't want to talk to you, like a telemarketer. Okay, they swiping up on the hang up button, whatever they're doing. They're not answering their phone. They're refusing to face reality for what it is. I'm not sure who this benefits. Is it somebody that gave to the administration? Is there some kind of crack pipe manufacturer that is in Joe Biden's pocket or vice versa? I don't know what's going on, but these things they're doing right here are indefensible. Anybody that voted for this man, ask yourself this. Did you vote for free crack pipes? Is that what you thought that he'd be doing? Huh? You thought about jobs and security and foreign affairs and, no mean tweets. No mean tweets, but we got free crack pipes. But I think I'll leave that right there for now. And what say you? How do you feel about this whole situation? The Biden administration handing out free crack pipes. And again, I'm not making it up. All my sources are in the description box below. I thought it was fake when I first saw it. I thought it was a meme. I thought it was just kind of silly, some random internet garbage, but here we are. What was once thought of as ridiculous, silly memery is reality. Here we are. But what are your thoughts? Good, bad, indifferent, whatever thoughts are, let me know in the comments below. You guys know where I'm at with it. This is ridiculous. It's absurd. I'm almost to the point where I'm kind of speechless. Almost. Not quite, but I'm like right there. You could have done anything else other than this, but here we are. But whatever your thoughts are, please let me know in the comments below. And that's all I got to say for this video. If you like what you heard, please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. Peace.